to the Theme Park Duo Podcast. Grab your seven-time monster friends and hop in line as we take you on a creepy tour of some of the best haunts around. Now, here are your scary hosts, Nikki and Gabriel.
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another fun and spooky episode of the Theme Park Duo Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Gabriel.
I'm your other host, Nikki, and we're both alive!
Woo!
Ooh. So one thing Florida gave us that we were not expecting
Death.
was it got Gabe sick. Well,
Very.
The plane ride home got Gabe sick, and then Gabe got me sick, so cumulatively we were sick for like a week.
Yeah, we were down for the count for quite a long time. The night that I realized I was very sick, we were at Scary Farm, and when I wasn't having a good time was when I realized maybe I should go home.
About 11:30. Yeah.
It was around 11:30 midnight, and I realized that I probably couldn't handle it anymore. But we have made it through. We are on the other side. We had seen the light on the end of that tunnel, and now we're at the end of that tunnel. So here we are, and we're back at it. I was at Scary Farm all night last night, so we're gearing up again to hit everything hard and bring all the fun news to everybody. So I know a lot of people were looking out and they're like, "Where are you guys? You're not here."
Yeah, I know.
Because we were dead. So this episode is going to be a little different. It's not going to be as scary as every other episode that we've talked about. We're going to be doing some family-friendly things that we've done here in the past for this Halloween season. So we're going to be talking the Disneyland Resort, Knott's Spooky Farm, as well as Ghost Train in Griffith Park.
Yeah.
So let's start out at the Disneyland Resort. This is one of the bigger things that goes on in Southern California for Halloween, because people think Disneyland, people think Haunted Mansion, all this fun stuff. So people go to the Disneyland Resort to try to get some Halloween fun in, because when they think family friendly, they think Disney.
We should specify we're not talking about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Well, that's also because that's on the East Coast.
Oh, what's the one here that's
It's
called?
like Mickey's Halloween Party.
Mickey's
it doesn't actually
Halloween
it doesn't have
Party.
like a name.
Why don't they just call it the same thing?
Because they're dumb.
That's real dumb. Disney.
It's a real stupid dumb.
I've been calling it Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party like for multiple years now, so now I feel really dumb. So thank you, Disney.
Well, also I could have corrected you, but I didn't because I
What?
found it rather entertaining.
No, you're just saying that now. You did not realize I was saying it wrong this whole time.
That's true. I did not.
Well, anyway, we are not talking about the upcharge nighttime event. That's a much lamer name than Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Exactly. We're talking about just the daytime activities of Disneyland or DCA, Disney California Adventure, for Halloween. We're not going to be talking about the upcharge stuff. Yes, the Halloween time at Disneyland. And for all intents and purposes, there really isn't that much going on at Disneyland for Halloween. I mean, yes, they have decorations like pumpkins. They have a big Mickey pumpkin in the center, but the only two real main attractions that they have that are semi-Halloween flavored are Space Mountain, Haunted Mansion. But Haunted Mansion is half Christmas. So for Space Mountain, they do Ghost Galaxies. And for Haunted Mansion, they do Nightmare Before Christmas overlay, which I guess kind of counts for both.
Counts.
But it still reminds me more of Christmas than it does of Halloween. Because the movie is about Christmas. It's not about Halloween.
True.
So, to me, that's a weird limbo spot where I understand why people think of it as like a Halloween movie, but I personally think of it as a Christmas movie.
Well, it's real brilliant of Disney to put that up because they can keep it up for so long.
Yeah, lazy. So those two things, and I mean, I don't know where you stand on it, but I personally love Ghost Galaxies. I think Ghost Galaxies is a fantastic addition. I'd love to see them changed up and change things around, make it a little bit more scary and stuff like that throughout the years, but I mean, I still enjoy it for what it is.
Oh, I really enjoy it. I remember when we were in line for it, there was this dad trying to convince his little girl to go on it.
She was like 5, 6 or something like that, and she was like not having it.
She didn't know it was Ghost Galaxy at the time either. So
none of them knew.
So so the dad was just like, it's cool, it's just a fun space ride. And she was already scared.
And I
you turned to the mom and you're like, there's monsters in it right now. It's really scary. And she was like, yeah, I think he's still determined to try. So I wish I had seen her face.
I never saw the outcome of that story. I wish I did.
So, warning, it is a bit scary if your kid's already unsure about Space Mountain.
Yeah, if they're a little unsure, then maybe you should skip this one just for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then come back when it's normal in January.
Yeah.
Because I can understand how that could be a little overwhelming for a child.
Yeah, but I do love the Ghost Galaxy overlay.
It's fun. I think it's really, really fun. I wish that Disneyland were to do a little bit more overall, but I understand what they're trying to do now as a resort, where they're it seems like they're really trying to switch it over to DCA, which is why DCA is so heavy in Halloween stuff this year. It just feels like they're trying to transition everything over there.
Make that a full thought. You said switch it over. You mean switch Halloween time over?
Oh, switch like Halloween time over. Yeah, exactly. My bad.
No, it was confusing to me, and if it was confusing to me and I know your brain.
I don't care about you.
I was thinking of the listeners.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, switching Halloween time over to DCA, because that's really what it seems like they're trying to do, because less and less there's stuff to do at Disneyland that really is Halloween-y.
I mean, even I remember in years past I may be wrong because we haven't been there too much since it's been Halloween time season, but I remember like the Cadaver Dans used to sing on the balcony of the Haunted Mansion, and now I just hear a recording of the Cadaver Dans. Like, I haven't even seen them over there.
Yeah, I remember definitely seeing them during just like normal Disneyland hours for sure, but like you said, we were there and we only saw the recording, and I only see them in videos at the Upcharge Halloween party.
Yeah. So I don't know if they're like exclusively for that now, but yeah, so it seems like apart from some cute Halloween decorations and the big pumpkin Mickey in the middle, it seems like they're kind of toning down what you get during the day.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way. And then if you really want to get in that Halloween spirit, DCA is the place to go now.
Yes.
Because Cars Land is completely decked out with decorations. And then also they have Monsters After Dark for Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, which is their Halloween layover, which we freaking loved.
Oh, it was awesome.
It was fantastic. I liked it a lot more than I expected to.
Yeah.
Like, I really thought I was going to be like, it's a layover, it's fun, it's blah.
Yeah.
But the music track that they have for that, which is a very specific, dedicated track for the ride, is just a blast.
It's so much fun. And just... like, the storyline kind of works. You kind of just have to go with it, for, like, the whole premise of the Monsters After Dark.
Well, I feel like you have to suspend disbelief when you're in any theme park at all. It's like you have a talking trash panda, I was like, what do you do? Like, that's real life.
But, yeah. But I really like it, and it's super fun, and you just have to... We should give them a helpful heads up about, like, when the fast passes for that go out.
Oh, yeah. So this whole situation, if you're going to make it to the Disneyland Resort for Halloween...
And you specifically want to go on Monsters After Dark.
Yeah, if you want to do that, make sure that you're in DCA around, like, 2 or so, because they start giving out those fast passes for Monsters After Dark around 3. So they stop the fast pass distribution for regular Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout around like 2:30, and then they have a transition period where they do it, and then at 3 they start passing them out. There are 2 lines. There's one that's a standby line, then there's a line for the fast passes. When we went, the entire fast pass system went down. The entire system in both parks. So our fast pass line turned into the general line, which kind of sucked. But
it does work.
It
does.
It does work every other time.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're there early, line up for your fast pass and get it, because that thing sells out fast. Well, sells. It doesn't sell, but goes away fast. People tend to wait there a long time.
They also shut Mission Breakdown down for an hour to switch it over. So the standby line will get pretty long. So getting a fast pass is your best bet to like get on it at a reasonable time.
Yeah, and I think it's completely worth it, especially if you really enjoy Mission Breakout.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, and then over in Cars Land, I really, really am enjoying what they've been doing there. Also, one, because I think I've made this joke on the show before, but I find Cars Land to be just a very morbid place in general, because they've decorated their town with car parts.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
And cars are alive, so it's like essentially the equivalent of a human town decorating with human parts everywhere.
Yeah, like bones. Well, we do that for Halloween.
Yeah, we do that for Halloween, but I mean, like, not normally.
Everywhere.
Not freaking normally. That's just like a normal everyday occurrence in freaking Radiator Springs.
Those aren't our Christmas decorations or anything.
Dead relatives up on the walls and crap.
But anyway, aside from that morbid fact, it is really cute.
It's even more morbid now because they have more car parts everywhere.
And they have a crashed car like wrapped around a tree.
Yeah, it's like a zombie car.
Yeah, it's a zombie
cool
car.
looking.
Then they have in front of Flo's Diner, they have a spider car that isn't it one of the Mr. Toad's ride vehicles that they kind of switched up?
Yeah, it definitely looks like a Mr. Toad's ride vehicle for sure.
And that's a photo op, so there's a photographer there almost all the time. Then
it feels like Photo Op City.
Oh
currently.
Yeah, I mean, but there's some really cool spots to get photos.
There's some awesome. I mean, we did all of them.
Yeah, we didn't do the mini tractors.
Oh yeah. It was like just like a little
mummy. And there was a photographer there.
And then I do have photographers for all the characters that come out. So Mater is dressed up like a vampire. Lightning McQueen is dressed up like a superhero. Cruz Ramirez is a pirate, and Big Red is a clown. So all the cars are actually dressed up as well, which is really fun.
Yeah.
And then there's a layover for Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, which I believe it turns into Mater's Graveyard Jamboree.
I think so.
Yeah, and then there's new songs that they play on that, which is really fun.
Yeah.
I think one of them is called the Monster Truck Smash or something like that. No, Monster Truck Mash.
Monster Truck Mash, and then there was something about a purple fender bender.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah, purple, flying purple people eater, but purple fender bender.
Yeah.
Something like that. So,
yeah.
and then, I mean, like, that's kind of like the gist of, like, the overlays for Halloween.
Yeah.
But, I mean, overall, I think there's a lot more to just look at, especially when it turns to nighttime.
Yeah. Well, and then there's the giant headless horseman that's right up front.
Oh, holy crap, I forgot about
That's
him.
like where they put the tree normally is right where they have the headless horseman.
Yeah, where they put their Christmas tree is where they're putting the headless horseman.
So that's super cool, and that's also a photo op, and there's lots of
magical
fun,
moment photos.
Yeah, magic photos where they add things to your photos. There's a whole bunch.
They could put Zero with you. They could put Oogie Boogie with you.
They could put a cauldron in front of you. They could put what's the one where they put bats in the sky or something?
Yeah, they make it like a moon and bats in the sky flying around and stuff.
Yeah. And
and something that we completely didn't mention is the fact that there's a huge Oogie Boogie facade outside the front of DCA.
Oh, and that's also a photo op.
Massive. And which I've never seen them do before.
I know, a photo op outside the park.
Yeah, I've actually never seen that once.
But yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong. I'm sure they've done it plenty of other times, but I personally have never seen them do that, which is really fun.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Especially because people are going to be taking photos of it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be taking selfies and crap because they're all young and stupid. Selfies. Sound like an old man.
You take selfies all the time with me.
Selfie!
Yeah, and the Oogie Boogie talks, which is cool every once in a while.
So, DCA seems to be the place to go for Halloween when you're a Disney fan now.
Yeah.
And like we were talking about before, it really seems like they're trying to do this transitionary period where they're taking a lot of Halloween stuff and bringing it into DCA instead of having it mainly in Disneyland. And a lot of discussion is happening right now in the community and just theme park community in general. And it really seems like the consensus is that Disney is going to be phasing out Halloween in Disneyland and mainly focusing on it in DCA and moving the party to DCA because of Star Wars Land. It's like, why would you want to shut down your park that has this brand new attraction and land for a party when you could just have it open the entire night till 1 o'clock in the morning with people spending money in those parts of the park?
Yeah.
That's brand new.
Yeah.
So I think that's exactly what's going to happen and what the plan is. And which, you know what? Hands up for me because that's a smart idea. That I do not fault them for that because that's a really smart thing to do. Especially if you have something that's over millions of dollars that you just spent. Why would you close it?
I could see some people getting upset though because some people, the Halloween party is the only time they go to Disneyland. Like, they don't have passes, so they just buy a ticket to that, and that's the only time they go. Like, I have friends that do that, and if it switches over to California Adventure, I have a feeling a few people will be upset. I mean, a lot of people won't mind, but...
See, I feel like at that point, it's like you're never going to see a huge difference in attendance.
No, you won't.
Because people are still going to go, because at least they're at DCA.
Yeah.
You know, and if they're going to miss out on Disneyland during that time, I guarantee you they're going to make time to go still. It just comes back to this huge conversation of, Disney's charging too much money. This is ridiculous. Well, then stop buying your pass. No, I'm not going to stop buying my pass. Well, there you go.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They did stop buying their pass, and they just go for the Halloween party.
Yeah, well, I guarantee you they're still going to go.
Probably.
Yeah, they're not going to stop going. And then our rat is drinking water, if you can hear that. If not, then ignore me.
Also, one thing I want to talk about, we didn't see it in person, but we saw a picture of it, of kind of ghostly carolers in
Downtown Disney. Oh, yeah, I saw that on Parks and Cons. So if you guys follow Parks and Cons, awesome. If not, check them out. They seriously rock, Sean and Carmel.
Yeah, so I thought that was a fun little extra thing for people who weren't even in the park.
Yeah, I think that's really, really fun. And then also, there's pumpkins everywhere in Downtown Disney.
Yeah, I don't really...
It literally feels like someone left a shipment of pumpkins there by accident.
No, it's like modern...
They just showed up.
It's like modern art pumpkin displays. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's really odd. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah,
I wish it was more like
fantastical.
Yeah, like scarecrows or something with like pumpkins and stuff like that. Something like along the lines of like what they do at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. But out in Downtown Disney, that would make it feel a lot more magical.
Yeah.
Especially since they started playing the Disney park music out there.
Yeah.
Which makes it feel even more fun to me.
Yeah, right now it's just like these iron sculptures with pumpkins placed on them. And
yeah, it's really odd.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It's not like any of the pumpkins have like what's it called, like jack-o'-lanterns on them or anything. I feel like they're doing that so that they could at least lay over into Thanksgiving.
Probably.
Because you could leave the pumpkins for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
As long as they don't have jack-o'-lanterns on them.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to set a precedent now and just say that we get phased out Thanksgiving because it's crap anyway, and just extend Halloween into November.
As long as we still get the time off work.
Yeah, no, we'll still get the time off work. We're just going to extend Halloween to November. All our favorite Halloween scary attractions are open for one whole month more, and we still eat a crap ton at the end of the month.
Gabe, I couldn't take it.
Why?
Because...
Why?
I love Halloween.
You would skip out on some nights anyway.
I love Halloween, but it's only a month.
Nope, I'm setting it now.
No.
Send in your signatures. I'm going to send it to City Council.
Halloween cannot overlap my birthday.
It will overlap.
You already complain. You're like, oh man, I've just spent money on your birthday right after Halloween. You literally said that to me. You did.
I do not do that.
You did.
No,
and
I
you said
don't.
it jokingly, but you said it.
I did not say any such thing.
Yes, you did.
Rude of you to even make the assumption I would say that. Not even spending that much money during Halloween anyway. Not that I know of.
A little bit.
Blind spending.
Yeah, a little bit.
But, yeah, so, I mean, that's kind of what they have at the Disneyland Resort for Halloween. It's nothing really huge. I mean, like we had said, we're not talking about the upcharge experience. We're talking about the daily experience of just any park goer during the month of October. And there isn't a huge amount. It really feels like they saved their big guns for the extra party that you have to purchase tickets to go enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, like the trick-or-treating and stuff like that, like special fireworks. Because there was only one year where they actually did the Halloween fireworks for everybody. Then the year after that is when they stopped and they made you have to buy the ticket to go see it.
Yeah.
So, and then also like Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, and all them are all dressed up in like Halloween outfits, which is kind of fun.
I do not understand their California Adventure outfits. Actually, specifically Minnie.
Yeah, Minnie's outfit.
I don't like
everybody
her
else
outfit.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Not quite sure what she is. I think she's just... I said she's Sailor Moon.
She looks a little bit like Sailor Moon. And I also don't like how, like, it's just an outfit over their normal outfit.
See, I love that.
No, I don't like that.
I think it's the cutest thing in the world, the fact that they're like, I'm going to dress up for Halloween, and then they put it over. It feels like they're doing it themselves. It's fun.
No, I don't
like that.
it.
Well, Scrooge, go away then. Just don't look at him.
Okay, bye.
No, don't literally leave the podcast. I need you here to talk about other stuff. Seriously, come back. Come back. Sit down, please. Okay, I have candy corn. Oh, so you want candy corn?
Yes, I want candy corn.
Okay, cool.
I'm back.
Are we good to go?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I knew candy corn would get you back in your seat.
I love candy corn. Unpopular opinion, I love candy corn.
Hey, I love candy corn too. A lot. And by the way, guys, food is always a very, very good thing to offer when your wife is mad at you. It always seems to make the situation better. Moving away from Disneyland, right down the street off of the 5 and onto the 91, we're going to be talking a little bit about Knott Spooky Farm.
Ooh.
And in my humble opinion, I think Knott Spooky Farm is the place to go for theme parks just during Halloween in general.
During the day.
During the day, like a non-upcharge experience. Spooky Farm is the place to go, especially if you're a kid. I think there's tremendous value in what they're offering, and there's a lot more to do there than there is at Disneyland, in my opinion.
I agree.
They even have an overlay for an attraction, which is the Halloween Hootenanny and the Log Ride, which is phenomenal in and out of itself. One wonderful thing that they end up doing is if your kid is, I think it's 10 and under or something, as soon as they walk in, they hand them a trick-or-treat bag.
Yep.
You don't have to pay an extra fee. You don't have to do anything special. They literally hand every single kid that trick-or-treat bag. And all throughout Ghost Town, there are locations to trick-or-treat.
There's like 6 stations.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I don't know how many stations there are, but nonetheless, like just the fact that they hand them to them with a map that shows them where everything is, and they get to go trick-or-treating. And Ghost Town is filled with citizens that are spooky. They aren't scary, they're just spooky.
They're actually really fun. Like, they're obviously, like, ghostly looking. Like, they're in all gray makeup.
They're very pale.
Yeah, but they're just so fun. Like, they're funny, they're quirky, they interact with you. It's, like, super fun.
We ran into one gentleman that informed us that he really enjoyed sitting down.
Yeah.
A lot. He's like, I'm going to go sit down. I love sitting down.
Yeah.
And he went and sat down and just literally did nothing.
Yeah.
And just sat there.
Until a kid came up to
him.
him.
And then he's like, you want to sit down with me?
Yeah.
And then the kid would sit down and then he would like not do anything and just sit there.
Yeah.
And one of the witches said that I shot her with my cannon because I took a picture of her with my camera.
Yeah.
So I found that really funny. I find it really fun that what Knott is trying to do is it's almost like kind of taking aspects of Scary Farm and bringing it to the daytime atmosphere and almost trying to get kids to kind of realize and associate them with something spooky and scary so that they could kind of grow up with that and then get inaugurated to Scary Farm, if that makes any sense.
It's like the opposite of Ghost Town Alive.
What do you mean? It's Ghost Town Dead.
Think about it. It's roaming characters.
If you guys don't know, what we're talking about, Ghost Town Alive is something that Knott's Berry Farm does, where all the citizens of Calico in Ghost Town are there, and they come out, and they're talking to everybody, and there's a storyline, and you interact, and there's a lot of things going on. So she's making the joke that all the citizens are dead now. So Ghost Town Dead.
Ghost Town. I mean, you could call it Ghost Town Not So Alive. Ghost Town Undead. That is
a real Ghost Town Undead, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. That's pretty good. I really like that. I'm gonna send somebody in upper management that. And catch on.
It's even like they have the barn open for Ghost Town Alive, and they have the barn open for Spooky Farm, and it's just kind of different types of animals. They even have a skeleton horse. So it's like complete opposite of Ghost Town Alive. It's really funny.
That is true.
Yeah, but the barn was my favorite part.
Yeah, the Liverly barn was open, and they had, like you said, they had a horse that had a skeleton painted on it, which is really fun.
Yeah.
They had a lot of creepy crawlies. They had tarantulas, scorpions, lizards, turtles, snakes, rats, just to kind of have their kid. Like, you can't touch the spiders or the scorpions, but like all the lizards, the rats, the snakes, and the horse, you could all pet and touch. And for me, like, that makes so much sense because kids are always really hands-on. That's how kids learn a lot of the time. And when they get to have that chance to touch a snake or a rat or a lizard and then learn about that type of animal, they are being introduced to something that they probably aren't introduced to or talk about that often in just their normal everyday life. Yeah. It's like, how often does a rat come up in a conversation? For us, a little bit more often because we own one. But for a normal family, rats don't often come up. And for a lot of people, rats are like, ew, gross rats. But they're quite clean animals.
They're so cute.
They're very cute.
I didn't want to leave.
These rats that we had, or like that we own, are nowhere near the size of the rats that were at Knott's.
Oh, yeah.
Our rat is on the lower end of the spectrum of size. These were on the upper end of the spectrum of size.
They were big.
They were huge rats.
They were so cute, though.
But they were very cute. They kept running around on their shoulders. The women who were working that little station, they were eating. They had their own little rat town in the back. Mm-hmm. That was like a ghost town for them, which was really cute. There was lizards, and they had a huge yellow and white snake that the kids could go up and pet, and the guy was telling them about the facts of the snake and what it does, what it eats, how it lives. And I just personally find it really fun that there's hands-on things for kids to do. And for me, I think when you think spooky, I think spooky snakes and animals and stuff like that too. So I like how they're incorporating these different aspects of what you can consider spooky, because you can have spooky characters, and then you have these animals, and then a lot of other things. I just think it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, even us as adults had fun in there.
We had fun, and we couldn't even trick or treat.
And it ranges the spectrum of age, which was really cool.
Uh-huh.
Especially because I know that I've heard kids say how much they liked Log Ride too.
Yeah.
And we enjoy Log Ride so much. It's becoming this big family-oriented experience and shared experience of the spookiness of Halloween, and sharing and indulging in it. And I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So I think what Knott's is doing is quite smart, and I think they're going down the right path. And I know they've done this before in the past. I just hope that they take what they're doing now and expand it even more into the rest of the park. Because I don't think they did it last year, but they have expanded over into Fiesta Village. And I think it was mainly because Fiesta Village in the years past has been like a party area for Scary Farm, so they can't really have things over there.
Yeah.
But this year they have a lot of different stands and things that are educational and teaching kids and just people in general about Dia de los Muertos, mm-hmm. and what that is and why that's an important part of the Mexican culture. And just a lot of examples like that, which I think is really cool.
They also had some vendors over there selling some pretty cute stuff.
You bought some stuff.
I did. I bought a bow.
Yes.
I wore it in Florida.
Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm.
And you wore it here.
I did.
And I think that's really cool that they're introducing a little bit of culture into the educational aspect of it, too. Especially because I feel like Knott's in general lends itself to being an educational area because mm-hmm. of the different aspects of American culture as well as Mexican culture. And just... I think just history in general that it encompasses. Yeah. It lends itself to teaching those kinds of things.
Definitely.
So I think it's fun to have moments where you're able to teach kids as well as entertain them. Uh-huh. I mean, there wasn't like characters walking around in their area, which I think would be super fun for them to do.
That'd be cool.
Like the Ghost Town characters, they have, these characters dressed up like skeletons. That would be really fun. Like a Dia de los Muertos sugar skull makeup that's friendly, because during the nighttime they have the scare zone and that's scary. Uh-huh. But if they were to do like a pretty version of that, like put jewels on like a woman's face to make it look like that or something, that would be really fun. And then you have the interaction, and they could sell foods over there that are kind of considered to be like Dia de los Muertos oriented. Like they could definitely sell pan dulce, sweetbreads, Mexican sweetbreads and stuff over there, because that's a lot of big portion of it where they put the food on the graves of their relatives so that the one night that they could come eat mm-hmm. and have that, so they could sell those things and explain like what they are.
They could.
So maybe they'll expand to that another time, but I think what they're doing now is fantastic. Thumbs up in my opinion.
I feel like they have expanded already from last year.
Yes, they have, and I really appreciate that. And even as an adult, I appreciate it.
We forgot Mr. Sketchenstein. They have a a fun area where is it?
It's in Boardwalk.
It's in the Boardwalk Ballroom.
It's right next to where Dark Ride is, where the maze is during Scary Farm. It's the right hand side, right to like the left of the Boardwalk Barbecue. Yeah, and I forgot the actual name of it, but it's like the Ghastly Gallery.
Ghastly Gallery, and kids and adults can go and learn how to draw a Peanuts character. And one of the artist names is Dr. Sketchenstein.
Then there's Vincent Van Gogh? Van Gross. Vincent Van Gross.
Yeah.
They're all plays on artist names.
But it's really cool little room, and it's decorated really nice, and it's fun. Like, the kids are super into drawing everything.
And that area, I think, is a little bit more spooky than it is in a lot of other areas of the park.
Yeah.
They have some creepy paintings and statues and stuff, and I feel like once again it's kind of inaugurating kids into that atmosphere and really associating Knott's with the spooky scary.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool. I think it's really fun that Knott's has that idea. And then on the left hand side, which I think is actually quite fun, there's these laminated pieces of paper, and it's like a really large picture on the wall, and it's like you find the symbol in the picture. Yeah. I don't even know, what is that called?
I forgot.
I'm brain farting right now. But you have like a list of items you have to find in that picture, and then you start marking them off and making sure you find all of them in this really large photo, which is scavenger hunt. Like a scavenger hunt in a way on this big photo, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So, and that place was packed when we were in there.
Oh yeah. Every single time, I think.
It was like, it very much similar to Animation Academy at DCA.
Yes.
Where you sit down and you learn how to draw a Disney character, but you learn how to draw a Peanuts character. Mm-hmm. And they tell you kind of the history of that character, and they talk about Charles Schulz and how he drew the character and why it was special. And I think that's really cool to incorporate a little bit of history of those characters as well, because I think it's important, especially because a lot of kids probably don't know who Charles Schulz is. They only know who Snoopy is. It's like, this is who the person is who created what you like so much.
Yeah.
Which is fun. I really liked the Ghastly Gallery a lot, actually. I really enjoyed it. We didn't draw anything.
No.
But I just enjoyed being there because of how punny it was and silly and fun.
I think if we had gotten there earlier, we could have gotten a clipboard, but we were just way too far in the back.
I didn't care enough to, like, wade through children.
Yeah.
Pen and paper. It's like, move, children! I'm a grown adult needing to draw.
There were a few adults drawing in there.
Well, yeah, they were, like, parents sitting next to their kids and stuff, you know.
No, there was a couple that were just like, give me a clipboard. They came in after us.
I need a clipboard right now. It's really important.
Really needed to draw Charlie Brown.
Drawing is really important to me. So they do have the Ghastly Gallery, which is awesome. And then I noticed that they didn't really call it Camp Spooky anymore. Did you notice that?
I did notice that. Well, because there was nothing over there. I think they were going away from Camp Spooky.
Just to an overall park.
To Spooky Farm. Spooky
Farm. Because there were signs in Camp Snoopy that said Spooky Farm.
Yeah.
Because in the years past it said Camp Spooky. Mm-hmm. So I think you were correct. Like, they're just kind of going away from that.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, there really wasn't too much in Camp Snoopy.
No.
That was really Halloween oriented. Like, the main major attraction there was a show.
Which they still have.
But I mean, like, it's the Halloween show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it involves all the Peanuts characters, and all of them are dressed up in costumes and stuff. Like Charlie Brown is Frankenstein's monster, Lucy is a witch, you know, stuff like that. I forgot the name of the actual show at the moment, but it was really cute.
It was cute.
It was very, very cute, and it incorporated a lot of different Halloween songs that kids would really get into, and the characters, like, normally come out into the audience and dance with the kids, and the kids really get into it.
Yeah.
So that's always really fun. I find it really funny, just the juxtaposition, because you have something so childish and sweet and nice right there, and then right next door is Pumpkin Eater.
Yeah.
Which is very, very
well,
scary.
even when we were in the Ghostly Gallery, I was like, we're so close to Dark Ride. Like, literally, you hop the wall and you're there.
Yeah,
pretty I'm pretty sure there was a curtain we could go through and just be in Dark Ride.
I'm sure there was something.
Yeah.
I do know that sometimes those sketches that one of the sketches they do throughout the day ends up in Dark Ride at some point.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I know that there's like they just clip it somewhere. I think it's in that in the room in Dark Ride where they have like the person
notebooks.
Who's working on the stuff, notebooks and stuff, where they have like the Kingdom of the Dinosaurs Easter egg and like the layout for the maze and stuff like that. I think it's in there.
Cool.
But that kind of ends it for Spooky Farm. I mean, I honestly, like, once again, I'll say it again, and I full-heartedly believe this. I think it's better than Disney when it comes to Halloween. Just a normal Halloween event, non-upcharge experience if you're going to a park to just get the Halloween spirit, I would choose Knott's over Disneyland in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would too.
And it like both of them, I think more Knott's are targeting a younger audience. I think yes, we have log ride and stuff, but the trick-or-treating is for like 10 and younger. I still think that if you're 10 and above, and especially our age, 27, 28, being there alone is better, in my opinion, because you're still getting the Halloween spirit more. It comes across more to me there than it does at Disney. Yeah. And I'm not quite sure why that is, because, Disney has their characters dressed up, they have Cars Land. Maybe for me in particular, I just don't associate Disney with Halloween that much.
Well, no, and I don't think they want to be associated all that much because they have their separate event,
Mm-hmm.
So they don't want daytime to be overwhelmingly Halloween to where people are like, okay, I've had enough. I don't need to pay extra.
They feel like they need to pay extra in order to go to this thing, which makes a lot of sense because Knott's wants to have a lot of people come in during the daytime so that they're able to experience Halloween without having to go to like a scary farm, which can be really overwhelming. They want kids, yeah.
Well, and Disney wants the kids at night, so they don't want to give them too much during the day.
Well, then they could share. It works out perfectly.
Yeah.
But I just think like if you're trying to decide like, hey, should I go to Disney? Should I go to Knott's Berry Farm? My suggestion is to go to Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, bang for your buck.
It's
for
a lot.
Halloween stuff. Go to Knott's.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So, and then the other fun thing that we did recently was the Ghost Train in Griffith Park, which is put on by the LA Live Steamers, which is a group of people who work on model trains, which is actually quite fun.
Yeah.
And they work out of Griffith Park, and they actually also work part of Travel Town and Walt's Barn. So that's a whole nother discussion, but that's kind of what they do. And so for Halloween they put on the Ghost Train, and families come and you sit on this model train and it takes you through these spooky sets, and
it's pretty long. It's 20 minutes.
It's 20 freaking minutes. So it's $20, but it's 20 minutes. So it's like $1 a minute, and to me
it's super fun.
It's so worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ghost Train is so much fun, especially for a whole family to go enjoy.
Yeah,
where you could go with your kids and kind of enjoy this. It is a little scary at times because the decorations can be scary, but there's no monsters. Nobody's jumping out at you. They're playing silly music, a lot of that stuff. I think it's really fun for a whole family to enjoy that kind of experience together. And when you actually go up to the building has like flames and fire coming off of it, singing pumpkins. You could get some food and some drinks while you wait in line. And it's just such a good time.
Yeah, and you're riding a train, like
literally you're riding a train.
It's a downsized like a model train. So you're basically sitting on a bench
that has wheels.
Yeah, but it's like you're riding a train on a track, and you're going through all these different sets and spooky scenes, and it's so much fun. Like, we had a blast.
Yeah, I mean, I remember in years past we did this. They didn't do it last year, but they did it the year before, and that was the year that we did it. Mm. And that was also the same year that we did Haunted Hayride, which it's no surprise to anybody, because I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it before. I am not a fan of Haunted Hayride at all. And we had left Haunted Hayride rather not happy at all.
Down in the dumps.
Yeah. Like big time. Like, we were really not happy about it and pretty sad because we were expecting a lot more. And then we went to this, and it took us out of that slump immediately. And I would choose this over Haunted Hayride any day.
Yeah.
Especially because of what you're getting. I think also you're giving it's the price that you're paying is like a donation, really. Yeah. Because it's going to these people who can continue working on all this stuff that they're doing. It isn't like you're paying some corporation or some one person. It's going to this group of people to flow back into their group so that they continue to put on events like this, stuff like that. And I just love the family atmosphere of it. I just think it's really fun. I don't think there's a whole lot of events during Halloween that are single events, like one-off independent events that are family oriented. Most of them are haunted houses. Yeah. Most of them are scary things. And I like that there's this one-off event that all members of the family can enjoy. Yeah. And man, was that line long.
Yeah, super. Like, I'd say okay, so they have a thing where you can buy your tickets ahead of time, but there's only a certain amount per day. They probably sell out like way, way, way in advance.
Yes.
So if there's a separate line for people that already have their tickets. And then if you're buying at the door, there's another line. And I'd say the event opens up at 7. I'd say people started lining up at 6.
Yeah, because by the time we got there, it was like 7:05.
Yeah. I'd say it probably would have been a good, or like, what was it, like 3-hour wait? We got there at 7.
Yeah, if you get there at 7, you have about a 40-minute wait to get to the front.
To buy your ticket.
And then you still have to wait even longer to get in.
Oh, so maybe 2 hours.
I'd say 2 hours,
2 hours.
3 at the most, but in my opinion, I still think it's worth it.
Oh, it's definitely worth it, but our suggestion would be...
Show up early.
Get there at 6 or 6:30. Let your kids run around, while you wait in the line. And
they're selling like those lightsabers and stuff and hats and shirts and stuff. So go buy your kid a $5 lightsaber and let them run around and tire themselves out. So by the time they get on the train, they're not like trying to jump off and like cause havoc.
Or buy the pre-sale if you can, because pre-sale you'll be in and out super quick. But yeah, I'd say get there at 6 or 6:30 if you can, and just be at the front of that line because it never gets shorter.
And then if anything, make a thing out of it. If you're not going to make it before 6, go to Starbucks beforehand. Get a cookie for your kid, get some hot chocolate, wait in line, have your hot chocolate and your cookie in line so that you're entertained and you have something.
Yeah. And
make a little moment out of it and then wait.
I mean, and that just proves how great of a thing they have because people are willing to wait that long because it's so good.
Yeah, actually, that's a really good point. A lot of people wouldn't stand for a wait that long for a train ride.
Yeah.
But because of the quality and because of the entertainment value and what you're getting for what you're paying for, people are going to wait because it's that much fun.
Yeah.
And as a person who's 28 years old, 29 years old, I think this is so much freaking fun. This gets me more in the Halloween spirit than a lot of things do.
Do you keep forgetting your age?
Yes, I feel like I'm 10.
You said 27, 28, and then you just said 28, 29.
What are you talking about? I'm 32.
So I feel like you're giving yourself this 3-year window.
I am currently 40 years old.
You're 28, just FYI.
I am dead.
You're 28.
I know that. I'm just spouting numbers, Nikki. I just say numbers. I don't think about it. I just say things. I'm like the Joker. I just do things. So... No, but we highly recommend Griffith Park Ghost Train. Yes. So if you find yourself in the LA area, make sure you check them out. They're in Griffith Park. They have a Facebook page where you can check out all the dates and the hours and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure they're open Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the rest of the month, and which is only 2 more weekends.
And I think they're open Halloween day too.
And Halloween night.
Yeah.
So if you get a chance, check them out. Yeah, definitely check them out. They're so worth it. It'll be worth your time.
Yes, definitely worth it. And if you are familiar with Midsummer Scream, you might notice some familiar cats.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Midsummer Scream, Gary Baker, who is one of the people who works on Midsummer Scream, actually works on this as well. So I really just want to congratulate their whole team because they've done a really fantastic job.
Yeah.
Seriously, a fantastic job. And I just can't talk more good about what they've done. So... like we said, check it out. It's a must. It's just such silly, fun, family Halloween atmosphere. It's a good time.
Yep.
So, that's some of the Halloween stuff that we've checked out that's non-scary stuff so far. Our Halloween season has been rather busy and rather scary most of the time.
Yeah.
Scary because of sickness and scary because of monsters. Scary because of my nasal infection.
You didn't have a nasal infection.
Shush, Nikki. Nobody knows that but you.
I just don't know why you said that.
I don't know. I just literally said 4 minutes ago, I just do things. I just say things.
I'm just perplexed by it today.
Are you just more aware of my ridiculousness and my ability to just spout things?
Well, you've never fake newsed a nasal infection before.
Because I don't ever have the opportunity nor the platform to do so.
You do every week on the show.
Every other week.
Every week during Halloween, except the 1 week we were sick.
Exactly. What you said. I don't know what you said, but what you said.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. I like that thing.
I just feel like I'm calling you out a lot this episode. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What the
This is the kid-friendly episode, Gabe.
Oh, my bad.
Oh my god!
It's okay. I'll bleep him.
Okay.
I'll bleep him. I'm not gonna leave it in there. Normally, I leave a little bit of colorful language in there, but I'm not gonna leave it in this one. No, but I'm just having fun. But thank you everybody for tuning in for this episode. I know that we missed a week, so we're really thankful that you guys kind of followed us into this one. We just literally weren't able to do anything. Like we had said, we were so sick.
Yeah.
And like if I wasn't sick, Nikki was fine, but then it switched and I was fine, then Nikki got sick. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
So we had to skip a week, but we are back. We were going to be releasing another episode this week coming up very, very soon with Rick West and Johanna Atalano from Midsummer Scream and Theme Park Adventure. And we're going to be talking everything Halloween Horror Nights Orlando because they both happen to go when we went.
What?
That's crazy pants. So we're going to be talking about all of that stuff and reviewing Halloween Horror Nights 27 with them. And that's going to be coming out later this week. So make sure you stay tuned and follow us on social media. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to find out when that drops. And also, you could just subscribe to us on iTunes so that you could get all the downloads when they happen.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. So, thank you again for following us into this week. It was really rough for us because we just really enjoy recording, but it just didn't work out. So, but anyway, thank you everybody for listening in general. We always really appreciate people coming and listening to our show because we do this just for fun because we love it. But when people actually listen, it's crazy at us.
It also surprises me.
Why would anybody want to listen to my shrill voice? That was you.
Say that.
That was you. Why would anybody want to listen to my shrill, annoying voice?
I just don't. Hey, that's so mean. I just don't think I'm that entertaining of a person. You're the entertaining one.
Am I?
Yeah.
Am I? I don't think so.
You're the entertaining one, and I'm like we're like
calling me out on my
yang.
BS one.
No, we're like we balance each other out. We make for good radio.
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know.
I think you're rather entertaining.
Oh, well, that's good.
Well, I mean, I would hope so, at least. But, no.
Well, anyway, thank you.
Whatever, yes, thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening
outside
and
of
putting up with me.
Yeah, putting up with you. Not me, just you.
Oh, well, you're a given.
What do you mean I'm a given?
They just put up with you.
What the heck? Well, that's fine with me. I'd rather people put up with me. That's fine. Which they do anyway. So thank you, Nikki, for pointing out the obvious. I'm going to go cry in a corner. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And if you're brand new here, thank you for joining us. We are the Theme Park Duo. And make sure, if you guys aren't already, like we already mentioned, follow us on our social media. We're all over it. We have Periscope, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And you can follow us anywhere on those platforms under Theme Park Duo. So you just got to type that in and you'll find us very, very easily. And if you want to contact us, send us an email, you can always contact us at
themeparkduo@gmail.com.
Exactly. And also, make sure you subscribe here on iTunes, and we're also a lot of other places. Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, we're everywhere. So we're on a lot of other platforms too that just happen to fall under the Lipson account where it just throws our stuff everywhere. So you should be able to find us everywhere if you just happen to be finding us somewhere random right now. So you can subscribe anywhere. And Nikki, where can people follow you?
You can follow me on Twitter at NikkiM_313.
Yes, and you can follow me at Lakers793 on Twitter. But most importantly, above all, everybody, always remember, there's always a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. See ya!